Hello, guys and gals, and we're back with another book review. We have Shave the Whales, which was a Dilbert compilation by Scott Adams, and this is number 4. There's a 4 on the spine here, so this is the 4th Dilbert compilation. So yeah, and so anyways, the thought behind the title there is that since whales are mammals, then they must have hair, so you should shave the whales. That is basically the sentiment or the concept. But anyways, it's just like a silly idea. I don't think it's really mentioned much in the book, apart from a few frames, but it is still kind of really funny, especially with the humorous cover art. As you can see, this has a Goodwill sticker on it, so I guess I got this at Goodwill. I don't even know when. I forgot I had this because I have a stack of books that I use to keep my fan. Well, I have a fan running usually, especially when it's cold. It's a heat fan. I have it running all the time, and so I have lots of World of Warcraft books under here, like the strategy guides for World of Warcraft. I have some of the Far Side Gallery. Just a stack of books to keep the fan up at a level where it will hit me. And it was one of those books, so I had to like pry it out from underneath all these other books, and that was kind of interesting. There's some other Dilbert books here too. I need to probably do a review of, and Enormously Foxtrot. Foxtrot is another book here. There's also Get Fuzzy. I have some of those books as well. I could probably do reviews of, but we are doing a review of Shave the Whales, which is another very humorous Douglas Adams compilation. As it says back here. For those who don't already know, Dilbert is the cartoon for the 90s. It's the classic American story of an introverted engineer and his megalomaniac dog, filled with meaningful insights, quote-unquote sarcasm, warm relations between man and computer, lofty ambitions, delusions of grandeur, and deep-down belly laughs easily mistaken for indigestion. Dilbert appears daily in more than 175 newspapers in North America, and quite fittingly, is the first nationally syndicated cartoon strip to be offered by an online computer service, American Online. Scott Adams has been drawing Dilbert for 5 years and researches the subject matter by working as an applications engineer for a California telecommunications corporation. Shave the Whales is the 4th Dilbert collection. Cool. But yeah, it is 128 pages, and it's really neat. I forget it. I'm trying to think. This one has a lot of Bob the Dinosaur. I really like Bob the Dinosaur, and there was one compilation that I had that had like the entire story of Bob the Dinosaur. I think that was his name. And apparently, Bob the Dinosaur was living in Dilbert's wall or something. I don't know. Anyways, I really need to look up the lore behind that or find that compilation. But anyways, there are lots of compilations for the Dilbert franchise because it is such a numerous franchise. I'm going to check the copyright on this. 1994. So, according to this, he would have started drawing Dilbert in 1989. And so it is definitely a comic for the 90s because it was created in the 90s with 90s humor and stuff. But I think that all of the comics are still relevant today. It's one of those things that never goes out of style. Or maybe the problems of the world never really changed that much. But it's always good to look at the world in a funny way. And I'll always believe that. But anyways, looking at my big stack of books here, I should be talking about that book, but I don't. The days are just packed. I have a Calvin and Hobbes book here, looks like. Something about a lone iguana. I don't know what comic series that is. Something about a lone iguana. I don't want to have to turn off my fan in order to get to this book. But anyways, the something of the lone iguana. I can't see enough of it to... Huh. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But anyways, yeah. Lots of books there that I could review, come to think of it. Used to have like a I used to have a towel over it, you know. And so I kind of forgot that the books were even there. But anyways, I'm like, oh, I thought I had that one. And so, yeah, I found it just last week. And I'm not sure exactly when I bought this one. Goodwill, it could have been... hard to say when. But the comics in this book are super funny. Fourth compilation, total fire and amazing. Another masterful work by Scott Adams. But yeah, what's always interesting is this also kind of has a double meaning, I guess, because whales also refer to people in, like, you know, gotcha games, or basically, you know, like mobile games and stuff, who actually pay like thousands of dollars into a game in order to get ahead. They're called whales. And so yeah, I know that in well, there was a game called Dragon Soul, and then there was also Portal Quest, and there'd be all these people that would spend like hundreds and thousands of dollars on the game, and they would be called whales because they would just keep spending money in order to get ahead in the game. Eventually, both those games went down. Dragon Soul was later sold to Gree, I want to say. It was originally a Per Blue property. And Portal Quest and Dragon Soul were basically like the same story, except that Portal Quest was like Minecraft characters, and they were all very blocky. And Dragon Soul was more mythical fantasy, with really funny characters and stuff like that. But both of them did eventually go down. Eventually, they basically just gave everyone like $1 billion and said, hey, go wild on the last few days. They made everything free, and I just basically leveled up all my dudes to maximum, which is basically what everybody did in the last days. But it was kind of fun. They did have some different dynamics, but there would always be whales there, and there would always... I think in every game there's like whales. Even like in World of Warcraft, you'd see people that had spent like thousands and thousands of dollars just to, you know, deck out their character and stuff like that. So you'll always have whales in a game. But yeah, kind of funny to think of maybe them getting shaved. But anyways, but yeah, long story short, I know there's a lot of rambling here about other stuff, but this is going to be completely on Shave the Whales by Scott Adams. Wonderful, funny, and insightful. As always, Scott Adams never disappoints with his amazing comedic timing and amazing characters. If you like Dilbert, you'll love this compilation. It's compilation number 4, according to the book spine. So I have several of the compilations already, I guess, because I know I have like 11 and 12, 9, 6, and like a few others, I suppose. Oh well, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, long story short, if you like Dilbert, you'll probably love this compilation as well. But that is just that's just my opinion, though. Amazing book, one you should check out. But that's just my opinion. You can either take my opinion or leave it. Either way is fine. Like most about this this book is it's super funny. I was gonna say content, but it is technically content because you consume it with your eyes. So it's consumable content with your eyes and your brain. So yeah, like most comics are. Anyways, oh wait, this is where they meet the dinosaur family. I think. I thought I just saw. I was thinking this was the one. Oh, I thought I saw it. I remember that Bob's wife had really spiky hair. I just saw that. I'll see if I can find it real quick while I do an outro. Oh yeah, right here. Boy, you don't know ugly till you seen dinosaurs dance. Hmm. Oh, Bob and Don. Okay. And then they also have a kid too, I think, named like Rex. But really cute. I always really liked Bob. Bob the dinosaur. But anyways, I was thinking this was the book, and so I remembered. Huh. Cool. But anyways, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. You are loved, and have a great day.